Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Ads Metal Detecting. I'm Ads, and on today's video we are off to Derbyshire again. We are near Ashbourne and we are visiting a group called Dan's Detecting Days. You may have seen from the previous video. We are off to a site that has had Denari off there, has had 5 I think has come off there, lots of hammered fibulas, plenty of Roman. So I am hopeful, because as you know, most of the stuff that we find is hammered, is medieval, and I'd like to go a little bit further back, so I am hopeful for today. As always, I do like to support the groups that we go digging with, so that's the logo for Dan's Detecting Days, and down there in the description will be a link to the Facebook group so that you can join, have a look, see what the finds are, see if you fancy a dig, and then you can get your name down and come on a dig with Dan. It always is some great land. You've got to remember though, at this time of year there is a lot of revisits happening. That's because there isn't the amount of land available at this moment in time, so you just have to be patient. Saying that, there is still good land out there, which we have seen on previous videos of mine. So we are off there today and I'm very hopeful. As always, we are sponsored by Dragon Detecting. That's their logo there. That's Relics MD's logo, and you can use that code there, AMD10, to get yourself a nice shiny 10% discount off most things at Dragon Detecting and the must-have finds pouch at Relics MD. We are way past the 500 subscriber mark. We are now on to 620 plus, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you to each and every one of you that subscribed so far. If you have got this far and you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing so. It really does help me. It supports my journey, it supports my channel, helps me grow. So I really would appreciate it. So if you can hit that subscribe button, hit the like, comment, join in, absolutely fantastic. There's also a range of merchandise. If I've not showed you before, it's just here, where we've got shirts, polo shirts, hats, bucket hats, caps, hoodies, you name it, they're on there. So we're starting today's dig at 7:30. Normally on digs they start at 9 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock, but more than likely it's 9 o'clock. It's 7:30 on today's dig, so we are up bright and early. It's going to take us an hour to get there, so we're off on our travels now. It's absolutely fantastic. It gives you some extra time. Who wouldn't like that? And I know there's people that can't get there till 9 o'clock, but when you're offered land at 7:30, that gives you some extra hours to detect, so it's absolutely fantastic. I'm very hopeful today. I have witted on for far too long, so I will see you on the first. Right, so first signal of the day. 40, 41, 42. I'll just go down. It's that one. I thought it was musket balls that come up, but I don't think it is. I think it's a weight. Let me get you on the other camera and we'll see more clearly. So, big lead piece there, but it is more flatter, if you can see on that bottom bit. So I would expect that to be a weight of some kind. We are in somewhere where a lot of Roman has come up, so I'd expect this just to be just a simple weight. But it's first find of the day, so that's amazing. We're not having a day where we're hunting for signals, and I've got it in no metal mode, so hooray. On to the next. Right guys, on to another one. All over the place. 13s now, all the way up. It's just this one, which is bottom bottom. Switch on to the other camera so you can see that. There we go, just a little button. No patterning again. Big thick button there. There we go. But it's another find. So on to the next. Right guys, I don't know if you can see it, it's just there. Now, I'm not the best at Roman, but I think that is. So Give me 2 seconds. Let's show you the numbers. Bouncing all over 21s, 22s, 23s, 24s. And if I just reach down, this tiny little thing just here. Now let's have a quick change of cameras and have a look what it is. So it might. Right, we're going to get a second opinion and see what this is. Let me send a couple of photos off. Let's see what we've got here before I say something. But that looks very much. We'll see. Let me send these photos off and I'm coming back to you. Alright guys, I can confirm I've never had one this small. Mine have all been ginormous, so I better put it on camera before you think anything else. Alright guys, there we go, and I can confirm it is what I thought it is. It's a little baby fibula, broken, but look at that. Absolutely amazing. We've had a couple of bits, but nothing like this. Absolutely tiny. We're going to get some pictures, but that is amazing. Because we've not had much roaming on this channel, so to find a little bit like this, and this is absolute, look at that, tiny. Just for some comparison. Look at that. And, but that is a beautiful little baby fibula. And if I find nothing else all day, I am very, very happy. And it's amazing to show you something other than medieval hammered coins and bits and bobs, because that's what we always find. So this is absolutely amazing. Absolute baby, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to get some pictures, and that is an amazing little find. Over the moon. There we go. Let's get some pictures. Right guys, there you go. So we're back into some little bit more detail, just to show you that. There we go. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Let's get on to the next. guys, we have a signal just here. 36s, 37s. Get iron here, I'll take you down. It's this. Now, you're seeing it as much as me just now. I'm wondering whether we've got a coin. So let's flip you around onto the other camera and we'll have a look. Alright guys, that's it there. I'm not 100% sure whether we have or not because I can't see much detail at the moment, so let's give it a little clean. Let's see if we can see anything coming through and see what we've got. Now, there's not much coming off that. We can see a little bit of detail, but it's cracked and broken. But I think this will be the remnants of a little Roman coin. Battered, bruised, but you can just see, you see there, body and an arm just there. So, I think we're on to a Roman coin, and that is absolutely fantastic. Get some pictures and we'll move on. Well, that is brilliant. Right guys, I have stayed up here because we've had the Roman coin and we've had the fibula that's come up. A few other little bits, nothing major since those, but it just got me thinking. Don't take my bag! I need my bag! I have my drinks in it! Yeah, I want my bag. I've walked for an hour. Basically spent time chasing my bag, thought I'd put it in another place, then walking back to where the cars are to see if it's been handed in. Turns out it's been handed on a table over the far field and I can't be bothered to walk all that way for somebody removing my bag. I am gasping for a drink. Look, my lips are dry. I have no gloves, just these which are falling to bits. It is red hot. You can actually see little heat wave on top of the field, yet I don't have my bag. I'm also starving. My food's in there, my tops are in there. I know it's not going to get cold, but anyway, I've had my little rant. You know, it has peeved me off a little, but I seem to be one of only a few who have stayed up here, and others have moved elsewhere, and I'm not willing to move elsewhere because those things have come up. Previous, I think 5 denaries have been found up here before it was. It's had a small plough and it's settled now. So there's other stuff to find up here. Now we may not find anything else all day, but I'd much rather take the gamble of staying here. So all I'm doing is going back and forth. I may flip you around and I'll show you what I've been doing. So, if you see there, I've been coming up over the hill. Move my fat fingers so it can focus. So, just there, up over the hill, to the top, back down again to the bottom. And it was a line that basically pulled all those things up. And then back and back. Somewhere was my bag down there. But anyway, back up here. And I'm just up here now. I'm just going to have a rest. I was going to have a drink, but I ain't got one of those. Just as a point of reference, if you ever see a bag and it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning and somebody is on the field, don't move the bag. There's 2 thumbs for you. Right, let's carry on. Another one here. All over the place really, but if we look down just here, it's a little bit of lead weight. That's all that is. Anyway, you'll have to excuse the gloves and the thumbs because somebody's half-inched my bag that I used as a marker just down there. So now I have no marker, no drink, no gloves, no nothing. And it's all the way over on another field apparently, and I've spent an hour wasted walking round. So there we go, no gloves, no drink, no nothing, but I'm not walking another half hour to find a bag that I left down there as a marker. But another target, and we move on to the next. I've got another signal here, just down there. 49, 50, 51, 52 ranging through. Just down here is the target, and it's a button. And I think we've got some design on, which for people that don't watch the channel, we don't get very often. So let's have a good clean up and see whether we can see anything on this. There we go. I thought there might have been a design underneath, but I'm wrong. We get another faceless button. There was something on it at some point, but it's all wasted away, so it's just another little button. On to the next. Right, just thought I'd do a little update. Nothing much has come up since. This one's just come up now. We're going to do a mini roundup of the little bits and pieces we've found. So, got a spent bullet there. Let's feel around in here. What else did I find? Another little spent bullet there, exactly the same. Got another spent tip, another faceless button, another little button destroyed, another little button. All the details come off because that's the undercap. If you look, something went over there. Another bullet. Broken bit of a little thimble just there, that's the top of it there, you can just see there. The bit's going round, that would be the top bit there. Another, but oh, we'll come back to that one. I thought that was a faceless one. So let me just put these to one side. We've got another one there, I think that one we've seen. But this one, look at that. We have some detail on a button. I did not see that. I did not see that. Let's get a close-up of that. There we go. Bit of pattern on that one. And I think... Oh, another spent cartridge. That's it, up to date. So, let's carry on. Another hour or so. And let's see. Right, that is today's episode done and dusted. What an episode. I wanted Roman, and I didn't say, but I wanted to find a fibula, and we got a little baby one, which is absolutely fantastic. I've never found one that small. The ones that I've found have always been big, monstrous things. So to find that little baby is absolutely amazing. So happy. We don't find much Roman on the channel, so it's good to show other things. We also got the coin, which we'll have seen. The only detail that I can see at the moment with the deity on there. So we will try and have a look and see what that is, but I'm not 100% sure whether we can grab the full ID on there. If you can, please comment, because I'm not great on Romans. I don't find much Romans. Never have done. It's always been medieval stuff. So it's fantastic for the channel to find that sort of stuff. So feel free, drop it in the comments. Absolutely, that's brilliant. It's been a good day. It's good land. If you fancy digging Derbyshire, get your name down. Go and join the group. Go and see what it's like. I have no complaints. I know for a fact at least 4 or 5 hammers came up today, at least 3 fibulas came up today. There was a handful of Roman coins and a bit of a denarii that I saw come up. So there has been some bits that have come up today. It wasn't a massively busy dig, so it was quite nice, midweek dig. So if you fancy a dig, get your name down, go and join them. The description, the link will be in the description. That's the logo for Dan's Detecting Days, and I'm sure you'll see me on some more digs with them. As always, we're sponsored by Dragon Detecting, so for all your detector needs and a nice shiny 10% off most items, that's the logo there, and that's our discount, AMD10. You can also use that discount to get the must-have finds pouch on the market from Relics MD. So if you're fancying one of those, go and get that. I highly recommend them. If you've got this far and you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. It helps my channel grow, helps me to create more content, and then I can keep giving you weekly updates at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, which is what I like to do. Plans, we're out with digging history very soon, so that will be shortly, probably the next episode I would have thought, but we will see. But thank you for watching, thank you for taking the time, thank you for supporting my channel, and most of all, thank you for watching. I've been Ads, and I will see you on the next episode.